And what's going on, guys? Kale here, coming at you with another video. This one is going to be in regards to Doom 2, as well as testing the Web Warriors out in the Doom 2 bio section. So, a couple things, I guess, to quickly go over. The Web Warriors have my full stamp of approval for Doom 1. We did just finish a Doom 2 push day yesterday, and Kale did actually make it through to the final section for Kale, so that is bio. Was able to test the Web Warriors out there, and honestly, I was genuinely pleased with how well they did. I would say it was probably my easiest bio attempt since we've been running Doom 2. And with that also being said, I was actually walking through the airport at the time, so I only had one hand free, so I wasn't really super paying attention. And the team still did really well. I think it was actually my top performing D2 run as far as just pure damage that I was able to put out. Anyway, so enough of me bragging, because that's not what this video is about, but I did just want to kind of talk about where my Web Warriors currently are, and they are all currently at level 85 now, and let's see, we've got Scarlet Spider over here is 2 pieces away from G16, Ghost Spider 3 pieces away, Spider-Punk is sitting at G13 because I am already out of Oz Formula, which, not very surprising. Next on the list is OG Spider-Man, he is G15, and then Miles is sitting at G14, and again, kind of the same thing, out of the Oz formulas, and, honestly, I would think it's important to get Miles and OG Spider-Man to G14 in particular, just because they do get a very large stat boost. That's essentially when their kind of rework stats really take effect, is going to be G14. After that, though, I would say as far as, what you're doing for Dark Dimension 5 is going to kind of influence who you take past G14, or even Dark Dimension 4, depending on where you are in the game. So, for Kale personally, and actually even on Mini and Dracarys, I'm kind of planning the same things at the moment. I am thinking the 3 new Web Warriors will be my DD5 city characters, so I've kind of taken priority in gearing up Scarlet Spider, Ghost Spider, and Spider-Punk. And I do apologize, I am freshly woken up. I've been up for maybe 30 minutes or so. But anyway, so with that being said, let's hop into the Doom 2 raid. I've talked kind of very far about the T4s for these characters. So certainly check out that infographic and the Discord page. Pretty much the only one I still have to kind of T4 is Spider-Punk, and the only thing he's missing is his special. So they're almost kind of a max team. I am probably planning to dump the T4s in them. I just think they'll be a very kind of long-term bio team. And I think whatever raids we get in the future, whether it's Doom 3 or some new incarnation of the Greek raids, if it's going to require either bio or city, I think the Web Warriors are going to be kind of crucial for that. But anyway, enough of me running my mouth. Let's get into the actual Doom 2 raid. Now, typically, if I was joining with Kale, Kale is actually on Strike Team 2, but the only problem with that is Strike Team 2, the lanes I'm in, the bio sections are not until literally the last 3 nodes. And I will be working tomorrow, so I will not be able to record a video on Kale doing the bio section in my actual lanes. So what I am going to do is I am going to steal from myself, and I am going to jump into Mini's lanes. Mini does actually start with the bio section, so I'm going to hop into Mini's lane, and I just am triple checking and verifying what lane Mini is in. So we are in Strike Team 3 over here, and Mini is actually in this little middle bio section, and it looks like, for the most part, the other lane mates haven't really gone too hard into the boss node, so I should still be able to kind of show off the Web Warriors a little bit. But anyway, let's just hop into this and go on in. Now, kind kind of slowly starting to learn this team. You know, I've been using them in Doom 1, you know, fairly regularly now. The bio section is pretty early for Kayle. Got to use them for the first time yesterday in Doom 2, and like I said, I was really pleasantly surprised. So I do have them all at Blue 1, and I believe I have Scarlet Spider is at Blue 3 currently. And, you know, really, they can kind of go into these fights, and they have such a high damage output that timing out, like, really is not even a question. So we're going to go in, we're going to get the Disrupted on Strife, and because I do have that T-Ford, I think I have it T-Ford, it is actually going to spread to 3 other targets as well. We're going to go over here to Emma and just basically ability block her, which practically killed her. With the assist, she is gone. I'm now going to go in, and let's see, we'll go after Scarlet Witch, I guess. And I mean, you're seeing here just the damage output on this team is absolutely incredible. I mean, I could almost probably go in and do this at 1x speed, and they would still be fine as far as timing out and, you know, not having to worry about it. Now, I will say with this first node, the only thing you do have to worry about is the Elsa Bloodstones. And the reasoning behind that is because of Elsa's passive, whenever one of your web warriors dodges, Elsa is going to essentially retaliate and kind of punish them for dodging. And you do still have a chance to dodge that, but I think she gets like increased focus for that attack or whatever it is. So you really want to make sure once the Elsas drop, you want to get rid of the Elsas first, and it's just so they don't kind of like nuke down your web warriors. It's really not this like massive concern, not in Doom 2.0, but I would imagine as you probably scale up in the difficulties, in particular, probably Doom 2.3, I would imagine those Elsas are probably going to hit way harder than they currently do, obviously, in Doom 2. So just something to kind of, you know, good practice to kind of develop and get yourself in the habit of. But yeah, I mean, super easy. I mean, even with me kind of running my mouth for the first 30 seconds of this match, and really not like speed clicking through anything. I mean, I finished that match in 2 minutes. And, I mean, they really, at least at the 2.0 level, I mean, I almost feel like I could practically auto these nodes and they would do fine. We're going to go back in, no need to heal anyone. It's also Thursday for us, so we're kind of testing out, hopefully, whether or not we can kind of increase Doom 2 difficulty to possibly 3 times a week. So the goal of today is not to use any health packs, obviously. But yeah, let's go into it. So this node was a little tricky, I would say, kind of in the past. You really had to watch out. There's actually 3 Phyla-Vels that drop throughout the course of this. And because the way the symbiotes work, you know, you really didn't want the Phyla-Vels cleansing. This team does not run into that same thing because they're not as debuff dependent. Essentially with the symbiotes, the only way they're getting healing is if there's debuffs on the field and, you know, so on and so forth. But we're going to go in, we're just going to block Phyla-Vel just for basically shits and giggles. You know, why not? We'll go in with the ultimate and get some mass damage kind of going on the field. I don't really see a reason to use the trauma yet. We'll do that when the next set of Phyla-Vels drop. So we'll go in with just the special. I think, actually, honestly, there, I probably should have done the basic. I think that's when he does debuffs, but honestly, this team is, I mean, dare I say, almost, like, idiot-proof. And what I mean by that is, essentially, you could slap it on auto, and the AI wouldn't mess it up, because we all know the AI doesn't exactly play the most intelligently. But yeah, so we're just going in, doing a basic there. And actually, I'm probably gonna save the ult just for the next node, and the only reasoning behind that is because I'm walking into a boss node, and I'm not too sure what my lane mates have done prior to that. So, I mean, I could be walking into a situation where Doom is gonna ult on turn 1. You really just kind of don't know. But yeah, so we'll go in and we'll save the trauma, because honestly we don't need it here. let's go after Moon Knight. We'll do the ultimate here, and basically just kind of watch Ghost Spider bounce around the field. And we're down to just 5 little enemies. So at this point, just because I don't know what I'm walking into, I'm going to basically save my cooldowns. It's not as necessary, I would say, if you're going into a fresh fight. Oh, we just lost Spider-Punk. That was unfortunate. That was kind of surprising, actually. Spider-Punk is still my baby of this team, so not 100% surprised by that, but that did kind of surprise me, because I didn't run into that yesterday. And I don't really think I did the kill order any different, but anyway, we'll res him up, not a big deal for Kale. I don't really run into too many health pack issues anyway on Kale, but we'll get him rezzed up and move on from the embarrassment of talking about how this team is idiot-proof, and then I just lost a character. But, you know, it happens. Overall, though, like I said, this team, and it might have been I just wasn't paying attention, but this team normally doesn't have issues like that. So, this is my second attempt into Doom 2 with them, so it could have been a situation where I just had really good RNG yesterday. Definitely something I'll kind of keep an eye on and keep y'all updated if I kind of changed my opinion on that. But yeah, yesterday it was literally like a walk in the park. No one, you know, died. No one even got below like green health. And I guess some of that does represent, you know, there is a bit of an RNG aspect to this team in the sense where they are very dodge dependent, and, you know, dodge, there is a chance. So that's probably what I would assume would happen there. I might go back and watch and just see, you know, what in particular happened, and I might have some commentary towards the end of this video as to what was going on. But yeah, let's go into the boss node. And like I said, we will pop Spider-Punk up real fast. And my health packs are depleted just from basically push day yesterday. But yeah, we'll go in full health. Now, one thing I will say I really do like about this team on the Doom node is with the symbiotes, kind of the previous strategy that I would kind of recommend would you'd want to ability block with Venom and then use Symbiote Spider-Man's special to kind of keep that ability block kind of going. And you know, then you kind of work down the team. The only thing is like typically, occasionally you might run into timing out issues, and this team I don't think has that issue. We are going to go over here and ability block Doom just because I don't know where he is as far as his turn order. And that's because I'm coming into this fight after someone already went into the node. So I don't know, Doom might have already used his ult on the last one. I'm not too sure. So I just want to make sure that he's not going to basically blow up. We're going to go ahead and pop Trauma. Not really needed at this point, but what I will say, one cool thing about Trauma is that if you actually stun Doom, which I was trying to stun him and not kill him there, but if you do stun him and he has Trauma, instead of Doom actually auto-cleansing the stun, Trauma actually stops him from doing that. So it's actually the only way you can truly stun Doom and actually have it stick. So that's just kind of a cool little thing about this. We'll go in, we will slow down Kestrel, and yeah, let's go ahead, and it looks like Red Guardian has the most negative effects, so let's go ahead and spread those all about. And yeah, I mean, at this point, it's kind of a pretty easy fight. You know, we're not really kind of strategizing at this point. The node is pretty simple now. I would say kind of the main concern in the Doom boss nodes is basically you kind of have to figure out a way to either nuke Doom down before he ults, or find some way to basically ability block him and stop him from ulting. Once you can kind of get Doom down, the rest of the node, I mean, they go pretty quickly, and there's really not too many other concerns. We'll go in, we'll target Captain Sam over here, now that we've gotten the taunt off Bishop, and as they are dodging, as you're seeing, they're getting all these crazy speed ups, and that's really kind of where this team, thrives, is that they're not waiting for a character to basically get to that red health to get that speed up, which is the way the symbiotes operate. That's essentially, in a situation like this, there's only 7 enemies on the field, so there's only 7 times that the Sims could actually speed up. Whereas here, with the Web Warriors, literally every time the enemy goes, they have a chance to dodge, and every time they dodge, they do get that speed up. So the speeds up, they occur a lot more frequently, and because of that, their damage output, I think, is a lot higher than the symbiotes, which is why they're able to finish these nodes, and you're not worrying about timing out as much. So, at this point, I'm really just kind of cleaning up the field. Miles did get kind of beat up a little bit on this one, but every time the Web Warriors attack, and, they attack successfully, Miles is getting a little health up from the Scarlet Spider passive. And, at this point, we'll just kind of go in, just kind of extend some of the debuffs we've got going on. And, yeah, that's really about it. We'll go in, maybe we'll get a cool kill animation with Ghost Spider. Pretty cool. Send him into another dimension, I guess. But yeah, that is the Web Warriors in Doom 2. Aside from that, obviously, little hiccup with poor Spider-Punk in the second node, which I think honestly just might have been an RNG type of situation, but that's Web Warriors in Doom 2. They handle very well. I honestly, like I said, I think I probably could have autoed that, and 31 million in 3 nodes, and that was, less than 16 minutes. And mind you, a majority of this was me rambling at the beginning, so, no issues with timing out, and that's even with me kind of talking and kind of explaining what I'm doing, which, in an obviously normal raid fight, I'm not doing that, I'm just kind of playing. So I would say this team, definitely if you haven't started working on them, I would suggest it. They do make the Doom section in Bio a lot easier. So, in Doom 1, they can one-shot the Doom boss node, which, instead of having to two-shot it, if you can one-shot it, that essentially gives you, 1 extra attempt on another node that you might not have had before. And even in Doom 2, occasionally, I was having to two-shot that boss node because either Doom was ulting before I was able to kind of stop him, and then I would quit and then basically go back in, so that was 2 attempts. And so far, at least with my 2 attempts that I've tried, I have not had to double tap the Doom 2 boss node either. So hopefully y'all did find this video helpful. If y'all are interested, I will keep y'all posted on how they are performing, whether or not I run into issues of him basically, getting taken out again, Spider-Punk that is, or if I lose any other members, just kind of randomly, or if that was just kind of a fluke. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe for more future Marvel Strike Force content. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. Hope everyone is having a good week. Be safe and take it easy.